Hi, my name's Gecko. Welcome back to another Mini Motorways play. So I just posted a daily challenge, which was pretty terrible, but gave it a go. It was extremely difficult. If you haven't seen that, go check out that video. I gave it 2 attempts. The second one was a lot better and posted a score which was fairly near the top 10, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. I'm still fairly new to the game, so I've only actually done 2 daily challenges, 1 weekly challenge, and then 1 playthrough of Los Angeles, Beijing, Tokyo, and we've unlocked Salaam. So we're going to give this one a go. I'm scared at looking in advance of what sort of score. But if I can get a score of like 4,000 or so, I got a score of 4,000 in Tokyo, which I found very difficult. So if we can get that in Dar es Salaam, then I'll be really happy with that. So let's get started. Alright, so no restrictions. Just playing the daily challenge. Which meant you started off with 1 bridge, 1 motorway, 1 roundabout, and 1 set of traffic lights, and that was it for the entire game. And there's 2 rivers as such. Did make it very difficult, but we posted a score that I was pretty pleased with considering those conditions. It was very difficult. There's just absolutely no way of having some segregation, so I've got to throw all that out the window in my mind now, because we're not having those same issues. Now what I really don't want is, I don't want a store appearing in here, so let's have a little look. So if I block that out, it means that a store, it takes up 2 by 3, as you can see on this grid. If you hold down the button, it shows you a 2 by 3, and they won't spawn over any roads that you've placed. So you can be a little bit cheeky sometimes and place little roads to stop some square buildings and the like from spawning in places, which are not very helpful. Okay, here's our first challenge. Around you go. All the way around. I'm enjoying this start. It's much less stress, much less stress, should I say, than the daily challenge that we just had. I was in the Dubai map, so if you know that map, then you'll know the further you zoom out, you then get to a point where there's almost like an island or another river. I do forget which. Right, we are going to take a bridge, I think. I don't know this map, so I don't know whether there's going to be a need for it. We've already got 2 roundabouts, so I'm going to take a bridge. Oh, it looks like we could get some things spawning down here, which would be less than ideal. So I'm glad I took the bridge. But yeah, so Dubai has more waterways than I guess just the ocean. I'm not very familiar with a lot of these places. I'd say I'm fairly well travelled, but Mini Motorways just seem to find a knack of utilising cities that I've never been to. We will just let these guys handle these. I'm not too concerned. When there's a cluster and there's two buildings that spawn there, when there's a cluster I'm not too worried. It's if you've got a cluster and then another cluster, that's when I don't like to have them share. Okay, well, always going to take the motorway in that instance. Doesn't matter what's happening, you always take the motorway if there's an option of a motorway or a bridge, I think. Because motorway is much more versatile and effectively acts as a bridge anyway. Oops. Having real fun with the mouse today. We're going to have you... Oops. I'm going to have them cut in. All that does is it just stops some nasties spawning in between roads. So I like to hug the edges as much as I can. Does mean that if a yellow shop appears here now, then I'll be looking for another cluster. Or if indeed a dark blue appears. What I may well do is actually point them up here. Utilise the motorway for now. Just for a short time. We could have sent them around. In fact, that's maybe what I actually end up doing. I'm going to take the bridge. Maybe what I actually end up doing. Let's scoot them around because it's really not that much of a journey. And we'll have these take over this. I was just excited to use my motorway. Alright, so we've got 3 now catering for both these guys. Now what I don't want to happen... So I don't want anything to spawn here and then spawn here. That would have been nasty. Okay, so let's think about what we can utilise these for. At the moment these guys are coping okay, so I'm not going to worry too much. These guys got to go all the way around. So let's have a think about this for a second. Have we got enough space? We can scoot around. So for now I will. And again I'm going to hug the road tightly. So that nothing spawns in between. We don't get houses that aren't purple and they aren't dark blue. That'd be the worst outcome there. You can go straight on there. You can cut the corner a little bit. Okay. That'd be the worst outcome. So I'm starting to do that more and more where I'm hugging areas. In fact, it might be a case I actually get this guy to cut in a little bit. Just for that purpose. Okay. We've got 2 bridges already. But I really don't get much use out of traffic lights at all, so I'm going to take another bridge just in case. I may actually end up sending these guys here, and I can cut that off. And you can go up here. What have we got added? Alright, okay, so this is probably where we're going to start utilising the motorway then. Let's send 3 of you guys down. So I think they can... These guys, 3 guys can actually cater for those. Let's send you guys down here. And stick a motorway. Oops. A motorway. And you're going to go all the way down here. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. I've got some more reds spawned down, but these 2 reds should cater for this one. These 3 reds are catering here, and these 3 reds here. That should be fine as long as these keep segregated. If this one doesn't upgrade without another red spawning in between here. So with that, is it worth giving him the opportunity? Something could spawn there. We're going to leave these reds for now. another yellow. And another yellow. Now what I don't like doing is... let's do that instead. Okay. Actually, might negate the need for this motorway for now. Let's turn you guys back around. Get rid of all of that. We're just going to take a motorway in that instance. A nice cluster of reds that can go across and help out now that we've got a couple of spare motorways. I think we're doing okay at the moment. Game is being kind to us for the moment. As I say that, it's being kind to us for the moment. We could actually potentially, maybe this is what I do. Actually, maybe what I do is I send these guys around this way, which means that I can actually get these guys, oops, to help out here. Why did that disappear? Tempted to just get these guys to hook onto here, save a motorway. And then of course we get that. Okay, so we're going to start slowing this down. Just before I do, I'm going to potentially stick a motorway in here. So I've got these 4 going here. What I may well do is actually get these 3 . Have a roundabout. Cool. So what I'm actually going to do is motorway from here to here, which means that these 3 and these 2 can get to both the square building and the circle building. Okay, we'll take another motorway. Nice easy one here. It says to me that we're going to get something. Number of blues that we're getting says to me that we're going to get some other blue appear in a second. Another blue shop. It's just preparing me. Yeah, that's certainly what's going to happen. Is there anything that's flashing at me? Okay, here we go. Here's something. You can get involved there. Okay, now when I say flashing, I don't know whether you might have noticed, but effectively we get buildings that flash. So if they're actually not, so this one just started flashing, because if there's for a short time where they're actually not connected to anything, connected to a road that will connect them to a shop or like a square or circle building, then it will start highlighting it for you. It'll also do the same for square and circle buildings. So it's quite a useful tool that I've only noticed recently. Again, what we may do is just continue your journey down here. So this one cluster is still being fulfilled by all of this. Some people have longer driveways than others. I have a spare bridge, so I could potentially scoot that guy across actually. I'm going to keep hold of it for now because I could also do something with this guy, send him down. We're always going to choose a motorway. If I get an option between a roundabout and a bridge, I'll be taking a bridge, but as it stands. So this guy is just going to flash at me the entire time because he's not going to be connected to anything. He's not going to be connected to anything helpful at all. This is pretty set in stone. See how this one has just appeared, but it's not flashing yet. It will start flashing in a second when it starts getting upset that it's not connected to anything it wants to be connected to. But for now, it's just getting on with it. I may actually whoops. I'm going to shorten that. This is the thing, when you're placing bridges and the like, you've got to get it dead on, so I need to get better at that. In fact, actually, I think I do need to do that because you can't connect a house straight to a bridge. That was the choice that I was talking about a second ago. So I will have that bridge actually there because you can't connect here to here. So that's fine, and what that does allow me to do is claim that back for now. In fact, I may get them to help out here actually. So I'll wait for that to disappear and then I'll scoot him around a little bit. Or do I leave that there and then I'll just make them make a turn? Yeah, I'll make them make a turn because otherwise if I do need to get them back onto this route at some point, then I'll have to redo the bridge again. Alright, okay, so there's no yellows at the moment. That's a bit of a shame that I didn't connect these purples up before. Can I? No, so that purple's just going to be redundant, I think. Ah, purple down here. I did not spot the... So what I will do actually is I will sort of like put that there so these guys can all mess around before getting onto a motorway that they're inevitably going to connect to. Let's split them off a little bit. In fact, actually, no, a roundabout won't fit there without interrupting all of that. So let's have them all there. And then they can go off on a motorway from there. So I'll reserve that effectively. Now I could just connect that there, but it really does make sense just to scoot a couple of guys onto it. And that be them dedicated to this then. That's what I'll do. What I don't want is anything nasty to spawn in here actually, so I may just do that. Okay, purples are on their way. I will point this guy that way just for the time being. It's a shame I can't scoot this guy through. But that's fine. Is there anything else I'm missing? Just these houses here. In fact, these houses actually... You can cater for this guy. Oops. They can cater for that guy, it's closer. And I think that's everything, isn't it? This guy... Yeah, this guy and this guy aren't actually doing anything. And even this one. So 3 dark blues actually not being utilised at the moment because it's just so congested around there. They can't actually get onto the road that they'd need to get onto. Onto either of the roads that they'd need to get onto. But that's fine. We have got a decent number of blues getting there. They seem to be okay at the moment. 1, 2, 3 reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reds. We could get these across if needed at any point. Well, you've got a nice easy journey, mate. Okay, well he spawned directly onto the road that he needed to be on, so that's all good. Always taking a motorway in that instance. I'm surprised that I've actually got 4 spare motorways at the moment. Okay, well, this causes issues. Are there any spare blues? Are there any spare blues? Not without using a motorway. Certainly using a motorway, but then potentially be a case of I could get these 2 on the same one. But then I'd need these 2 reds here to be on the shortest motorway ever. So what do I do here? What do I do here? So I can't even scoot around and just say, right, these 3 take care of it. What have I got? Have I got a spare bridge? I'm just thinking I could disconnect these. They've got 4 taking care of that already. But if I've got 5, 6, 7 taking care of both of those. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Oh, I can't put him directly onto a bridge, can I? So it's going to need to be there. Okay, right. So use up a bridge just for this guy. We can also scoot this guy in, actually, which is handy. Got a nice beat going on with this music right now. So yeah, we're scooting this guy there. And what can we do here? So we can temporarily, just until the map expands, and that's if it is still expanding, that is. Just until it expands and we can get underneath. What we'll do is we'll go... oh no, that's what we want to do once it expands. Put it there, and we'll put it there, and you can either go directly to there or you can go onto another motorway. I think that's what I'm going to do at the moment. The red's coping okay, the reds are coping fine. That's all good at the moment. Alright. And we've got this guy over here now. No spare bridges, otherwise we could have got him to scoot across and help this guy out. I'm loving that. Alright, okay, well this is what we're going to do then. So these four are going to, instead of heading that way, you're all going to head this way instead. Don't mind, I'm using up a few more road tiles than I would want to, but that's fine. I just don't want to have anything funny spawn in those places. Unless it's a red or a dark blue. But what we're going to do there is we're going to remove that, and we're going to use another motorway. We've got motorways galore here. I guarantee I'm going to start needing them soon. But for now, that looks like the best scenario. Just vibe into this beat. Okay, let's get you down here and involved. We've got two here, so scoot you round and get involved. Actually, I'm not going to connect you there, I'm going to connect you here. Slightly longer, could do with some more road tiles shortly, but I think we're good at the moment. Actually uses up a road tile connecting them there. That doesn't. Cool, okay. Alright, I think everyone's connected that I want to be connected. Obviously we've got one, this guy is connected now. We've got 1, 2, 3, which can't get onto roads that are actually useful. 4, we've got 4 dark blues. We're about to get a bridge back, so we could potentially do that. And then we've got a couple of purples and a red, and a couple more reds here. But everyone seems to be coping okay, so I'm not too worried at this present time. Like I say, we are getting a motorway, a bridge back in a moment. Here it comes. So what I may actually end up doing, let's get you involved here. You look bored, my friend, so we'll get you involved. This guy doesn't seem to be coping too well, so we could potentially get this here and reclaim that roundabout. But in doing so, I don't want anything nasty to spawn in the middle. So let's do that. And where do we want to block off? We want to block off. Nope, we can't block off there at the moment. Oh, I've run out of road tiles, of course. I want to get those back in a moment. Yeah, I'll get those back in a moment. It just means that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now catering for these two, which I probably should have done in the first place. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 catering for the big one and this, which is okay. Cool. Right, I think we're good. I mean, I could always send this guy all the way around. I haven't got enough road tiles at the moment. Let's do that. But what I might actually do, save it on road tiles. Let me reclaim those. Where else am I blocking off road tiles? Am I doing that anywhere else? Just here. Just 'cause I don't want any more houses of a different colour to spawn there. Though, would that be the worst thing? If it turned out to be red or blue, that'd be perfectly fine. Maybe I'll just steal that back. Being a bit overzealous there. Okay, right, so let's put some, let's put a roundabout in here so that nothing bad spawns. I've got 3 road tiles back from that, from all of that. Cool, okay, let's hit play and see what happens. I'm gonna go for a bridge. These guys are really struggling. Okay, perhaps I utilise a motorway instead of sending these guys across because they're not really doing much. What I'll do is I'll utilise a motorway to send them to the far one, or do I send them here? I'll send them there. Get rid of that bridge for now. You could even just 'cause we've really not got time. Send a couple of cars across just to help this guy out real quick. Oh, and they're going to the further one. Oh, what a nightmare. Why are they going to the why did they go to the further one? I should survive with all of this. Let's get you in on the action, my friend. I should survive. God, it's kind of blooming fine, isn't it? Alright, okay. Alright, what's happening? What is happening? Okay, so we've got the reds. I potentially need a cluster of these. Right, let's get, yeah, actually I will get you to go around there. Let's get this cluster of purples. Get them helping out because at the moment it's only the 2 purples here, and I didn't even notice that. But I haven't got a spare motorway now. You can jump on there for now. And then I've even got another dark purple up here. Move out the way. Is that not enough space? It's not enough space. Right, okay. It's annoying when that pops up. Yes, because it was when I was moving it up, it was like, no, you can't place one here. I was like, I know I can't place one there. Right, okay, so our main concern here is the purple at the moment. Potentially what I do to actually fix that right now is get these 3 purples involved. They'll send their 6 cars out immediately. But yeah, I really want to get this one involved in a motorway. And then these dark blues are still not happy. I mean, they are being fed by what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't look like the map's expanding anymore, because otherwise I could get... I know these guys are just doing that, aren't they? Might as well get him in on the action. Whilst that's connected. Is there anything I'm missing? Other than having utilised all my motorways in a bit of a haste. I don't think there is anything else that I could possibly do here. Got a lot of blues going across, but these two are actually in trouble now. I've got some cars on the way. Yes, I don't want anything spawning underneath that. That'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? Alright. Let's see what happens. Oh, this might be over here. Come on, get there. Wow, that ended so quickly. Well, we've got a score of over 2,000, but I'm really not happy with that. I reckon I could have done a lot more. That was sort of came to an end so quickly when I was using the motorways down for the other ones. Didn't even notice that the square building was starting to get a little bit overwhelmed. But still happy with my score. I'm sure I can do much better than that. If there's anything that I can do, maybe I slowed down the game a bit too much, or slowed down the game a bit too late. But yeah, if there's anything I can do to improve my score that you're seeing that I'm doing wrong, do feel free to drop a comment. And I'll catch you next time for another Mini Motorways.